What is up, YouTube? Welcome to PanFro Games, and we have a brand new 7-star Mightiest Mark raid for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet coming this week and the following week as well. Of course, guys, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Support the channel by becoming a channel member, and let's dive in. So our next 7-star raid is going to be Terrifying KOMMO-O. So they're not doing them in order anymore. The last one was Excalibur, now they're going to Gen 7, so who knows what's next. But I do think it's interesting that they are mixing it up a bit. And it's a Mightiest Mark Pokemon. You can only catch it once, and it will have a 15% chance of dropping one Urban Mystica. And it's going to be starting July 11th to the 13th. However, if you're in the United States like I am, it's going to be July 10th at 8 p.m. Eastern. So you can be there on this Thursday. We're going to be live streaming it. We're hopefully going to have the best solos tested and ready to go, and some one-hit KOs. I'll see if I can cook up any of those. And then it'll come out the next week, July 18th to the 20th. So this is going to be our big Pokemon event for the next 2 weeks. Now, KOMMO-O is a very interesting pseudo-legendary. It is a dragon and fighting Pokemon. So definitely don't bring Pokemon that are weak to dragon and fighting. Ghost types will have a nice advantage here because you are going to be immune to fighting. So I can definitely see some potential Annihilate action coming out here. Even though it's not super effective, it could potentially work. So dragon fighting, the stats are really good, even on the defenses. So defense is 125 and special defense is 105. So special attackers will have an advantage here, and I will try to build towards more special attackers, but there's still going to be some good physical attacker options in general. It's sort of a mix attacker though. Its attack is 110 and its special attack is 100. So I think this might be a mixed attacker. So having max HP for this raid might be better than max defense or max special defense. Of course, we'll see when the raid actually comes out what the best stat mix will be. And its worst stats are actually going to be its HP and its speed. HP is 75 and its speed is 85. So we have a pretty good chance of outspeeding it. But that low HP stat is going to be really nice for us. So hitting it on its special defense side is probably going to be the best way to beat it. Now, it does have 3 different abilities, and these 7-star raids have been picking whatever ability they want to pick, honestly. So I'm not 100% sure what ability is going to be. But to go through the abilities, Bulletproof is probably its best overall ability. Makes it immune to all ball and bomb moves, so that's pretty decent. Soundproof now can be really interesting if it has it, because Soundproof makes it immune to all sound-based moves. So let's say you're planning to bring like Sylveon, right? Because fairy types are really good here. Fairy resists fighting, and you are immune to dragon. So that's like a really good Pokemon, right? But let's say you want to use like Hyper Voice, Pixelate Sylveon. Well, if it has Soundproof, it's going to be immune to that, and then you're cooked. So it's not going to do anything. And then Overcoat, I don't think it's going to have this. This is definitely the worst ability. So I think it's probably going to be Bulletproof or Soundproof. Bulletproof probably is overall the best, but we'll just have to wait and see. Soundproof definitely affects most of our build potential, though, for sure. Now, this Pokemon, like I said, has really good stats, and its move pool is actually pretty decent. Looking at the moves learned by level up, I mean, it's going to have its obvious Close Combat, Outrage, Dragon Claw. Of course, it learns Dragon Dance, and it does have its signature move, which is Clingerous Soul. But I don't think it's going to do this. Raise all user stats, but loses HP. I mean, potentially, right? It's an Omni boost, but it's going to essentially cost you half your HP. I just don't think that's going to happen. Maybe on turn 0, though. I mean, Excalibur certainly was a little bit different, being at times 55 HP. So they could do something like that and then give it an Omni boost on turn 0. I could definitely see something like that happen. It does have another signature move called Clinging Scales. And Clinging Scales is a special dragon type move that lowers the user's defense by 1 stage after attacking. Pretty good move, so I can definitely see it having its signature move in general. But I do think it's going to be a mix attacker, so I can see something like Clanging Scales on being here. I can also see something like Dragon Claw being on here as well. And, I mean, I can see something like Close Combat, or maybe something like a Drain Punch or a Brick Break and other good moves like that. But going through the move set is potentially, I mean, a lot of potential moves. Because, like I said, it's a mix attacker. But for coverage, I can definitely see, I mean, fairies are something that's going to be weak to, right? So it has access to Poison Jab. It has access to Iron Head. So that's going to be its main way to deal with fairy types. And, you know, fairy's probably going to be the best overall type option because of its dual typing. And another good thing that you could probably bring is Psychic types, but it does have ways to deal with Psychics. It has Throat Chop. Throat Chop will be super effective in Psychic, but it'll also make it so you can't use any voice moves. So if you're trying to use a Hyper Voice Sylveon set, well, Throat Chop will also beat that too. So that's another thing we got to consider out here. I mean, against Flying type Pokemon, it has Thunder Punch, it has Ice Punch, but it also gets a couple of rock moves as well here. So you can see like Rock Slide, Rock Tomb. There's a lot of potential there. It does get Breaking Swipe, which is a good support move, lowering our physical attack, so making it so physical attackers aren't as useful. I can totally see Aura Sphere and Dragon Pulse being on here as well as another decent option too for some special attacks. And then looking at some of his other setup moves besides just Dragon Dance, it does get Swords Dance, potential Bulk Up, because it is a fighting type. Bulk Up would be on brand for a fighting type to have here as well. So I can totally see that happening. I mean, Iron Defense potentially, who knows? There's just a lot going on with this Pokemon, but stay tuned because I'm going to be making a video shortly that's going to have my personal favorite picks to help you prepare for this raid, for supporters, for solo, and some online builds. All predictions, of course, because the raid's not out, but I'll do my best and have a video out for that shortly. So don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Let me know in the comment section below what Pokemon you plan on bringing to just try to defeat this KOMMO-O. I do think this one won't be that difficult overall, but you know, sometimes I say that and I'm wrong, so we'll just have to wait and see. But anyways, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out and have a good one.